Hey, welcome to White River Toyota. Today we're going to talk about a 2015 Toyota RAV4. Make it a little bit longer, a little bit wider, give you a little more room on the inside. Actually extend the wheelbase a little bit, give you a little bit better ride also. Under the hood, you're going to see first thing I'm bringing attention to is the insulation underneath the hood here and on the back firewall. And all the way around the sides, you got the rubber insulation and whatnot. And what that does for you is keeps the engine noise in the engine compartment. Again, trying to reduce that noise inside the cabin, give you a quieter ride, much more enjoyable. Clear plastic containers, barely identify if your fluid levels are low. And again, all your connectors here are all cadmium coated and give you a little better protection as far as rust and corrosion. So 8-10 years from now, it'll be just as easy to take that engine apart as it is today. What that's going to do for you is save you a lot of maintenance and time on labor, and again, reduce your cost of ownership. You have crumple zones on the sides here, both areas. What that's going to do for you is a serious enough collision. This whole front end is designed to collapse like an accordion. The engine and transmission will not come back in. It's going to fall out of the car and go underneath altogether. Again, protecting you inside the car and keeping you safe along with those 8 airbags. Your hood is going to have little hitch points right on here. They're going to catch on. This hood will not slide back. It'll pop up and go over the hood. Again, another safety idea. Okay, it does have the VVT engine, variable valve timing with intelligence. What that's going to do for you in layman terms is basically give you the power when you need it and also save you gas when you don't. Let's talk about the front windshield. Another thing they did is harmonic glass on the inside of it, help reduce that noise. The XLE gives you the fog lights down here in the lower front end. And another thing nice about the RAV4 is the Lexan covers over the headlights. Same material they use in jet fighters, very durable, very strong, reluctant to break or crack. Anything, stones, birds, whatever might hit them, it's not going to break. They also reinforced all the pillars on the side here, in the middle and in the back. You can actually put 4 RAV4s on top of this car, less than 2 inches of compression on the top. Again, that gives you much better rollover protection and safety, which is what we're talking about. Another thing you'll notice, you ever get a chance to reach up underneath, you're going to feel like a rubbery substance up underneath the tire. And what that does for you is insulation. Again, getting into that less road noise inside the car, giving you a quieter ride, a more enjoyable ride. An electric push button on here also, as opposed to that latch. You used to have the old cable hooked onto them, it would stretch out, and after about 5 or 6 years, you weren't sure if the cable was going to crack, break or not. Now it's an electric switch. You can readily identify a whole lot of cargo space back here for you. You can see it's got a tonneau cover in the back. You can pull that in. Kind of give you a little privacy in the back end, sort of like having a trunk in your car, but not really a trunk. So now they have the tire in the back here. And a couple folds, it's good storage area for the car. Back here out of the way, you don't have to see that ugly big wheel sitting on the back of the car anymore. Another thing it does for you, it actually adds a little safety for the passengers and the driver inside the car because that tire is back here. Somebody does rear end you, and that little added cushion for the car, keeping you a little more better protected in the back end. So when we talk about storage space for the RAV4, you got to talk about the back seats going down nice and flat. As I mentioned, they're 60-40 split. I got them both back up now. And to put them down is very simple. They actually made it very easy with the headrest now. You flip the headrest down so it's at a right angle. You pull the switch up and it just lays down nice and flat. And it really is just that simple. Putting it down or even taking it back up again, just pull up on it, hit up, your headrest is back up and you're good to go if you want somebody sitting in here. So this is the driver's side of the RAV4, and what you got here is all manual systems as far as your seat going up and down. You raise the seat up, and you want to push it down, you can go down the seat. And of course you got the back end adjustment also. Okay, and the steering wheel does adjust also. We'll switch down underneath here. Okay, it goes up and down and in and out, so it telescopes a little bit for you. So if you get a little bit longer legs, you can pull it away and be reaching it. Short legs and push it in, however figures it out. Okay, you got your side mirror controls are right here. You got your traction control and vehicle stability control switch right here. You can turn that off if need be. Another thing that's really nice what Toyota does, if you own a Toyota, all the controls are really pretty much in the same place. You still have your cruise control over here in the lower right hand corner of the steering wheel. Your wipers and lights are right here. Your lights are right here. Wipers are over here on this side here. Okay, and all that stuff is right here too. And also have a washer for the back window also. And you have your radio controls for everything all up in here. And it's a touch screen with your backup camera is now right in here. As soon as you put it in reverse, it comes on automatically. There's nothing you have to do for it. You can actually see the bumper right down here on the bottom of the screen. And then you have the red line right there is actually 18 inches away from that back bumper. And that's kind of like your danger zone, red danger Will Robbins if you want. But and then the second line here is 2 feet away from the back end, and that's significant because that if you're backing up to something and have to lift the lift gate, you don't want to be inside of that because that won't allow you to lift that lift gate. We'll go to the stereo system a little bit. Very nice system. Adjust the sound, front, rear, whichever way you want to go, and just to the back end, back to the front. Left or right, whichever way works best for you. Then of course you have your bass levels, your mid levels, and your treble. Some people find this screen a little disconcerting, especially at nighttime driving. If that does bother you, a real nice application that you can do is you go and hit the apps button right here, go into your setup switch, and right down here at the bottom you're going to see screen off. Just hit that button right there, that whole screen just disappears. You don't have to worry about it anymore. You want to listen to your radio, it is still there. You can turn it up, turn it down, whatever you want to do. You still have all the functionality, you just don't have to look at it. This is the economy mode down here. This gives you a little bit better gas mileage. It takes away from your production of your air conditioning. It takes away performance of your engine a little bit, but in the meantime, it gives you a little better gas mileage. As far as the sport button, kind of just the opposite. It does works a little bit differently, gives you better performance, but takes away from your gas mileage. And basically what it does is holds those gears a little bit longer. Instead of shifting gears at 3,500 RPMs, it's going to change about 4,500 RPMs. Let you wind that gear out a little bit, give you a little more performance getting on and off the highway or if you're trying to pass somebody. You do have your MP3 and iPod players can be plugged in down here. And of course you have your power outlet right here also. If you want to hold them down here, there's a little storage space for your phones or iPods, MP3 players, whatever you want to use. Got cup holders here in the back. You also have a nice little cupboard up in here to help you out, along with a glove compartment right here. Well, another nice feature that Toyota has now is obviously hands-free Bluetooth. Press this button here and voice activation. You can talk to tell it what you want to do. Call mom, call home, call work, whatever you've got programmed in there by whatever. You can actually say call this number and use the actual numbers. Okay, you can start the call by touching up top of this button and then hang up down here. Then you have all your volume controls over here for your radio and directions of where you want to go for stations and whatnot, your return button here. And then you got a mute button here. You press and hold it till it beeps, it'll also mute the music. And press and hold it again until it beeps and the music will come back on. Or if you just press it quick, you're going to change from AM to FM to satellite. And this does have a sunroof up here. A very nice operation. One touch button, goes all the way open. Very nice feature. And again, one touch close. If you want to stop at any time, all you got to do is hit the button again, it'll stop where you want it. Or close it all the way back up. And then of course you got on the other side, you got a button to press the doors up. And that's a little bit better with just the back end tilted up a little bit quieter ride without the sunroof all the way open, but some people like it the other way. So whatever floats your boat and whatever works for you. Again, I'm John McKeon, welcome to White River Toyota, and that was the 2015 Toyota RAV4, and I'm not just a salesman of one, I actually own one, so I do endorse this product.